Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I knew this was coming. The Wave 2 of the Super Friends line from McFarlane on the 6-inch scale. And they're redoing Superman, of course. Now, I bought this because just the idea of having a Superman in that line was just awesome. I just thought I want it. But when I had a closer look at him, I liked the body, but the neck was a huge issue. That for some reason they molded the like a collar around the cape, instead of just the neck just going straight into the shoulders and the neck chest piece, and having the cape in between. They had this extra piece there. I'm like, if they didn't do that, it'd be fine. I still felt the neck was too like narrow, and the face. I'm like, what Superman is this? It kind of looks like the one from the old serials, which they did before the TV series, which had a much better costume actually. The guy was much fitter and kind of looks like that. But it was supposed to be based on the Batman 66 comics, and I'm like, when was Superman in that? I've got them all. I've got the hardcover versions of them. There was one cover that featured Superman, but he wasn't in the issue, unless I've missed one. So, but I just thought, it'd just be cool to have a Superman in this line, so I just got it. And now they're doing the Super Friends version, because like they originally did Batman, of course, which was awesome. Like, Adam West Batman. It had a thicker, chunkier feel, a bad cape, but thicker, chunkier feel than the Mattel version, which had a good likeness and good detail and a great cape, but it was so skinny, and that's one of the problems they had with their superheroes. They had a lot of articulation, but they were really fragile feeling in that. So they did that, but then they redid him in the light blue with a different head sculpt for the animated adventures. I thought, well, that's cool. I'll get that because it's a light one and it's a different head sculpt, so it's not the exact same thing. And I do remember the animated one, but when I got it, I thought his head just doesn't look right. That chin, it kind of looks like a second chin rather than a big jaw. I was like, at least the colour's a nice difference in colour. Then they did the superpower version, Super Friends version, and I'm like, this is what that should have been, like a different blue, a lighter blue, but the head sculpt, this looks like for me what the animated one looks like and what the other one did. So I don't know how they got that one, but I still see, that's what you start racking them up, and it's like, well, I like the Adam West one, and I like the light blue one, and I do like the animated Super Friends one. And of course now the one for Superman, he has the Superman symbol on the back, and he's got the neck, which is a bit wider, and there's no collar, and it goes straight into the cape is in between it and the rest of the body, which is how I thought it should be, and it's how I thought it should look. And the face mold is more like the Superman from Super Friends, which is more the traditional Superman. This I still don't know who this is, or who this is supposed to be. But I'm looking forward to it. They're also doing the Flash, because I got Green Lantern. So we got Batman, Superman, the Flash, Green Lantern. I just don't know how many of the Super Friends we're going to end up with, because they've only got 9 months, because I think they had a year and 3 months left on the contract. That was in like March, so it's been like almost 6 months since then. So they've got like less than a year, and I'm like, how many more waves can we get? I was really worried about starting this line, because I'm like, I don't want it to start and they don't finish it, because I'm thinking, would they do that to us? Would they start the line, let us assume they're going to get all the main characters out, basic figures out, before the license runs out, and then just don't do it? Because what do they care if, as long as we're buying stuff till the end, if they don't deliver, they're out of the game, so what does it matter? That's sort of what I'm worried about. But I really loved the Green Lantern, so I got that, and I love the Batman, so I got that. And I'm going to get the Superman because I love that, and the Flash. I don't know if I'm going to get Cheetah, because I don't remember that character. I just remember Super Friends being like Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Super Plaz for some reason, Plastic Man, whatever his name was. That's all I really remember, in the Joker. I don't really remember the other characters, but I like the Flash, I like Green Lantern. But yeah, Cheetah, I don't even remember Cheetah. But the annoying thing is if I buy, because I've got a few episodes, but if I buy like the box set of the Super Friends and then I watch them and these characters are in there all the time, am I going to watch them? Am I going to want them later after I've watched it and then end up paying more later? So I just get them now when they come out and just get them all, or I don't know. But I'm definitely getting Superman. He looks great. They've reused basically the same figure, but they've made all the changes that I wanted, and they seem to have done what they should have done in the first place. But yeah, if you're going to do a generic Superman, I think they could have done a better job than this. I can see why they didn't do the animated version because, for the Super Friends, because they're going to save it for the line later. But they're going to do a generic one, they could have done a better job. So I feel a little burned, but I'm still going to buy Superman. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of sort of rehashing figures and double dipping and all this stuff that seems to go with collecting these days.